Clearly, when I started, I was junior, and someone like Sir Charles Harrington was on a different planet to me. I only met him, as I remember, to speak to that one time when I was called into his office because I'd failed my exams. By the time I left, I think John Scale was the director, and I was a mate of John's, so it was a completely different relationship. It wasn't just that I was more senior then, it was that the whole culture had changed. And Sir Charles, there was nothing wrong with Sir Charles, he was a smashing chap, I'm quite sure, but the relationship between him and junior technical staff, or technical staff even in those days, was not the same as it is now. I'm not sure that's a good thing. I quite liked it with the old hierarchy. It suited me, I knew where I was down there, they were up there, and I think that's fine. I'll talk to you about the signing in book. We had to sign in to the signing in book. There were signing in books. I'm just trying to, you've got to remember this is 60 years ago nearly. I think they were taken in at 9:05. The late book was put out, and I think that was taken in at 9:15. And if you hadn't signed the late book, you were in real trouble, because if you were there, of course if you weren't there then you couldn't sign the book. If you signed the late book more than a certain number of times, I think it was 3 times a month or something, you had to go and see the head of division. And that never happened to me. But presumably you was told that you'd better pull your socks up. Yes, well, if you signed the late book more than, I don't know how many times it was, it might have been, I don't know how many times it was, it might have been 3 times a month or 4 times a month, then you had to report, I think it was to the head of division, it might have been to Mr. Hale, the personnel officer, but whoever it was, you would be told off and told that you must get in on time. And but it never happened to me. I can't remember whether I can't remember now. I mean, I've signed a book and I got away with lots of things at Mill Hill. I didn't toe the line exactly as I ought to have done, I'm quite sure, but no one seemed to notice, so that's all right.